Hello. How are
Hey,
you guys?
good. How are you?
Good. Good. Excited to see everybody. I know you
Good.
guys have
You?
been messaging me. I apologize. I feel my phone vibrating, but I keep ignoring it. Not because I'm ignoring you, just because I've been trying to stay focused. All right, guys. I got so much to share with you, and we have so little time. I'm excited. We have just a couple of things going on that I want to kind of run past you, let you know about. We're going to rewind just a little bit. Our topic tonight is going to be on building your list and connecting, but we've got some bigger fish to fry right now. So the first thing I want to kind of talk to you guys about a little bit is the holiday post that Hillary did on her page. Man, I've got some bad looking hair. I took a lot of biotin today, trying to make it grow. But anyway, the post that Hillary did on her Facebook page about the holiday challenge. Do you guys know what I'm talking about? I put it on my page too today. It just said something like, Christmas is my favorite time of the year, so I'm wanting to give away some free nutritional products. Do you need to lose weight, have energy, yada, yada. I copied that directly from Hillary's page. I posted it. I know several other people posted it, and there's been a lot of traction on that today. So I kind of want to talk to you about what I'm doing with it at this point. I am only giving away one gift. I know that there are some people that are giving every single person that commented a gift. I'm not doing that. I'm doing one gift. But I'm going to make the presentation of the gift crazy amazing, like one of those Christmas boxes with like shred and all the good stuff, and I'm going to take a picture of it and congratulate the winner on my page as well. Now, that should give you, that way they're seeing that presentation. Now, on Wednesday, we just found out, I've been waiting all day for this, which is why I haven't given a live, why I didn't do a live video or even talk about some of this stuff until right now, because literally I just found this out about 10 minutes ago. But for sure, the company is offering the Zoom presentations. It's up on IsaRocks right now on Wednesday nights. The time zones are Eastern time, so at 9 a.m. Eastern, 2 p.m. Eastern, and 9 p.m. Eastern, they're doing opportunity shares. We're going to tie this into the present thing in just a second. They're doing opportunity shares at 9 a.m., 2 p.m., and 9 p.m. And they will be giving free enrollment coupons. I do think somehow that person is going to have to be on the line. So I know last time we were able to get some codes. I don't think that's going to happen this time. I think they're going to have to be present on that call. I don't know exactly how they're doing that, but I think that's going to be the case, or how they're going to track that. But I think they do have to be present on the call. Does that make sense, guys? I don't want to take the chance to say that they're not. We'll know at 9 a.m. The only information I know is what they have. I just know they're going to be a little bit more protective of the codes. And so at 9 a.m., the company asked that we not post this on our page. The only place that this can be posted would be in a private group. They don't want it out on Facebook. Okay, so the deal is this. This is what I would do then, going back to the holiday challenge, back to the holiday post that I know a lot of you guys have made. I would go ahead and draw for the winner, make that presentation look amazing. I'm not giving a ton of stuff. I'm just making the presentation of what I'm giving look really nice. And what I would do then is I would go back through then, and I would message everyone that entered the challenge to say thank you so much for supporting my challenge. And I would go ahead and do 2 more drawings, because if you did 2 more drawings, guys, let's say that most of the samples that you give them are probably in your pantry anyway. You don't have to go buy anything. Just take out 3 bars and an e-shot and a couple of packs and put it together nicely. So give away a couple more bundles, a couple more holiday packs. So what I would do is I would private message them and say, I had such a response. My company's actually doing some opportunity shares. And for every person that listens, their name is going to be put into a drawing for additional packs. Would you be interested or willing to take a listen? Does that make sense, you guys? And then you're going to put them into those Zooms that are going on. I will tell you though, I'm going to say this to you because if I don't say this to you, I feel like I'm not being completely upfront. So I will tell you this, that if it's personally, like Sarah Longo is on my page and I really want her. Like she is one of the people that her name is going to go in the drawing. And so when I message her, I'm going to say to her, Sarah, I'm doing some opportunity shares. I'm going to draw for some more packs, and all you have to do is listen to, take a call from me and listen to some facts. Would you be willing to listen? And I'm going to go over the facts with her before the opportunity share. Does that make sense? Like, I'm going to talk to her before the opportunity share. I know some of you guys have 50 and 60 people, 100 people, some of you that are commenting. And so you're not going to be able to talk to 100, but you can go through and pick out your best 5 or 10 and talk to them individually. Is this making sense to you guys? It's hard for me to tell because you're there and I'm here. Is that making sense? So, but then if you have a high volume of people that have commented, like I know a lot of you do, then you can just, you can have them get on, and it's perfect because the company is going to give them a password anyway. And you can say the company is going to give you a password, and in order to enter the challenge, you need to message me back with the password. Does that kind of make sense, guys? So I would proactively work that. I would work that like crazy. And so, so that's one thing I would do. And then the other thing that I would do is I would go back, because we've been working. Thank you, Jesus. We have been working. And so you guys have a lot of people on your follow-up list. Think about what they're getting. If you can get them to get on an opportunity share, and I'll get on Wednesday morning at 9 a.m. and listen so that I can give you guys some scoop. Those of you guys that are at work, how they're going to do it, or I'll see if I can find out some scoop. But if you have someone that you think is going to sign up anyway, let me just ask right now. Hold on. If you think that you have someone, wait. Okay. I just asked, so maybe I can get an answer now. So if you have people on that follow-up list that's interested, look at what they get. So let's say that you have, I don't know, Jamie, Sarah. So Sarah's on your list. So Jamie has a prospect named Sarah. If Sarah gets on the opportunity share and listens, she's going to get free enrollment. Then she's also going to get, if she orders 164 business volume, she's going to get a $25 coupon. And if Jamie gives her $25 coupon, she's going to get another $25 coupon. So this girl is going to get a free enrollment and $50 in free product to use the next month. You guys, it's like Black Friday all over again. But you have to be intentional about it. And so look back at that follow-up list and figure out who's hanging there, who is interested, who needs to make a decision. Is this making sense, guys? And so that should be, and thank God we've done the work. So it's not like we're starting fresh. We've done the work. So who's hanging there? Who needs to make a decision? Make sure you turn over those stones. And then you have all the follow-up, and then Hillary just happened to tell us about this holiday post last night, and we just happened to post it today, and we just happen to have hundreds of new leads. I mean, it's our day. Like this, I mean, it is our day. And so make sure that you're taking advantage of what's going on. Okay, questions about any of this? I know I'm like, blah, but I'm really excited because I was like, I felt a little bit like, how are we going to close with only $25 coupons? I mean, I know that sounds so horrible, like I'm sucking my thumb, but now I'm like, all right, game on. Okay, so questions, you guys, about any of this?
Amy, I do.
Yes.
It's Tammy. Hey, when does this start? Like tomorrow?
No, well, I mean, the coupons are now, but the Zooms are Wednesday. So they're at 9, 2, and 9 on Wednesday.
Okay, this Wednesday.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Yep. December 14th. And those are all Eastern time. I posted it up on IsoRocks, but make sure you note that those are Eastern time because it's really the Southeast team putting it on, but that's most of you anyway. Most of you would be considered to be in the Southeast region, except for almost all of you would be considered to be in that region anyway. Except for us, like Christy and me and Lainey.
I'm like the furthest now.
Yeah. So, okay, any other questions about any of that? I'm pretty sure it's going to be like last time, Katie, where we text and say, we got a code. I'm asking. As soon as I know the logistics, I'll let you guys know. Okay, questions? Jessica, do you have your hand up really? Or are you just kind of or do you really have a question, Jessica? No? Okay. Okay, so you guys got it then?
Think
Yeah? Clear as mud? All right. Am I the only one excited?
No, I'm very excited.
I know.
I'm excited too.
I know. I'm so ready. Thank goodness we did all this work. So yes. And Shalene, I see you on here and I don't see Helen on, but I know Helen has that girl in Alaska that we talked to that wants her and her husband to sign. Think about that. Think about a husband and a wife signing. So they both get free enrollment. The one spouse gets the kickback on the other spouse. They could end up getting $75 in free product coupons because of how that would work as a family and free enrollments. Pretty nifty. So make sure you're hustling that. Angel Jennifer needs that phone call. So
Hey, Amy.
Yes.
Do they have to buy a certain amount?
Not for free enrollment. That will just be 100 business volume. But,
Okay.
I'm assuming that's all that ever is free, and that won't be 164 volume. But but for the coupon, it has to be 164 volume. All right, guys. Good deal. So we're going to talk then on a whole nother topic. We're going to talk about building your list and connecting. So literally, if we were not in the middle of the hustle challenge, this would have been topic number 2. So we would have talked about the why, and then we would okay. So it looks as if it's going to be just like last time, guys. So where we message and say we've got 5 people. You need to have your executive. So Katie or me or Shalane or Mallory, whoever your executive is, will message Sean and tell him we have so many enrollees. And then they'll send us coupons. You got to do that fast. So that 9 p.m. call is tight on time. So if you know that person's going to sign up on the 9 p.m., we need to send that message prior. Okay, anyway, back to this. Okay, reactive, proactive. So this typically would have been our second topic. Our first topic would normally be the why, and then we would go into how to build a list. Now, I feel like my business is both reactive and proactive. It's reactive where I'm trying to build my social media. I'm trying to use the product, trying to get results, and really almost putting myself out there where people are asking me questions. That's the reactive side. Then I'm reacting to the questions they're asking. That's how I prefer to work. But my first 6 months of my business was almost all proactive because I really didn't have that strong of a story and my social media wasn't that strong yet. So I had to be very, very proactive. And that's the topic of this call, is going to be more on the proactive side. And so the first thing that you've got to do in proactively building your business is you've got to build a list. And I thought we'd already talked about it, but I went back through these calls, and I must be thinking about the October Tribe Challenge because we haven't talked about it on this challenge. But you really want to build your list. And you want to think about who do you know that might want to look better, feel better. Who do you know that might be an athlete? Just who do you know? Who do you know? Who do you know? So you want to really ask yourself and get a brain dump out on a piece of paper, on a notebook. I don't use the company's memory jogger. I use a notebook. I've always used notebooks just because I like having it bound and taking it with me wherever I go. And so then the next thing you're going to do is you're going to go into that list where you've said, who do I know? Who do I know? Who do I know? And you're going to think about who do they know? There is so much gold in that question of who do they know? The first time I saw that, the first time I heard that, I thought that's malarkey. What good is that going to do me? But it has worked so beautifully with my business. So even thinking about who do they know? So on my list that I've built, who do I know that needs to look better? Who do I know that needs to feel better? I'm able to release from my subconscious anyone that's in my mind, because just because I write them down doesn't mean I'm going to call them. You don't ever have to call them. You don't have to turn the list into me or anybody else. It's your own business. If you don't want to call them, don't call them. But if their name comes to your mind, you want to write it down, write it down, write it down. Name comes to mind, write it down. Don't think, oh, I would never ask them. I'm not going to write it down, because I want you to listen to the next part of this. Because what you're going to do then is you're going to go back to that list and think about who do they know. So for example, on my list, I wrote down Julie Schuckenbruck. I am not going to call her. I will tell you that I'm not going to call her. Like, that's probably terrible. I mean, I'm just being real with you guys, but I would rather eat rocks than call her. Do you guys have anybody like that? Like, you're just like, I'm never going to call that person. But when I was, you guys, am I bad? But whenever her name came to my mind, I wrote it down, because she would be somebody that needs to lose weight, feel better, get energy. I write her down, even though I'm not going to call her. And so, but then I thought about, who does she know? And I was like, oh my gosh, she knows Sharon Schuckenbruck, and that's Julie's sister. And I totally would call Sharon Schuckenbruck. So because I was audacious enough to write this name down on my piece of paper, then I was able to think about she knows Sharon. And Sharon is a real prospect. But if I were just thinking about who do I know, Sharon's name would have never came to my mind. And Sharon is somebody that I literally could just call and ask. I don't even need to do a Facebook connection with her or anything. It would be a very comfortable ask. And so sometimes we think, I don't have anybody else. There's nobody else to talk to. I just don't think that's the case. I think that you just not dug in enough. There's a miracle in your own house. And so you want to make that list and then think about, who do they know? Who do they know? And so you're building that list up. Now, the next thing that you want to do is you want to think about then business-wise. Now, I build my business based upon the executive chart, because that is the foundation to run on. If I don't grow my business on a foundation or on tracks, I'm all over the map, where I'm talking to this and that and this and that, and it's all over. It's so scattered in so many things that nothing gets done well. And so you want to think about that executive chart, and you want to print that off. And I will tell you hands down that this executive chart is where it's at when it comes to building fast. Because whenever you're bringing people that want to build fast, and they want to build a business, you're able to move much quicker. Like, I had a message today. I'm being super transparent with you guys. Are you guys going to judge me for this? Oh gosh, because I'm going to say it, because it already started coming out of my mouth right now. But I had a lady message me last week to do the Christmas challenge. And literally, I did the coaching with her. Like, this sounds so terrible, but I'm like, I did the coaching, right? So I'm like, okay, 14 days, you're going to hate me, blah, blah, blah. Mix it with ice. Join the challenge. Eat 2 meals, 500 calories, 2 snacks. Yeah, you can eat a hard-boiled egg. No, you can't have Diet Coke. Like, I did all that, right? Today, I am like on the phone with you guys going, okay, yeah, let's call her. Let's do that. Boom. I'm like having fun. And I see this come across my screen and it said, the shake is nasty. And I'm like, okay, I do not have time to deal with your shake tastes nasty right now. Like, I'm like, put some sugar in it. No, like, you guys are probably think I'm so horrible. I am so sorry. But I mean, when it's business builders, you could be like, okay, throw some stevia in it, throw some almond milk and move forward. But I couldn't do that. I had to be like, oh, well, once your body's alkaline, then blah, 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 blah. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. But guys, when you've been called to duplicate a large business, your business is as strong as your foundation. And if you're all alone trying to deal with product users all day long, there's no duplication in that. If your business is not growing fast enough and you're not surrounded with the people that you want to be surrounded by, that are moving fast with you, that are movers and shakers, and they're pouring energy into you, then you need to go back to your drawing board, which is that crystal executive chart. And you need to think, who in the world would be dynamic at this business? Because if you can get people running your pace, what if one person on your team did what you did today? Would it change things for you? What if one person did what you did today? What if 2 people did what you did today? But talent is not made, it's found. It is found. It's found. So you need to think about, who do you want? Who do you want on that team? Who are they? You're a leader. Create it. I think people can get so shy about that, or they feel like they're asking someone for a favor. My goodness, if you can build a team, you're gonna have so much energy. We're getting ready to go do a 5-city tour in the spring, and I can't wait. I can't wait. I can't wait to go with high energy executives and go travel and make it happen and make it big. But that was on purpose. The girl, Nasty Shake, is not going to go travel with me and make me feel like I can do it now. Am I going to pour into her and minister to her? Yeah. But if my team were comprised of that, would I be moving very quickly? No. Okay? So do you guys think I'm horrible now? Okay. Some of you, I can't see your faces. So I'm like, my heart's palpitating a little bit. Okay. So the next thing then you've got to look at who are those people? Who are those people that you want on your team? And even if you're at executive, the chances are you still don't have your best people. I can remember Justin telling me that and me thinking, talk to the hand, Justin. Justin Courtney came over and he was like, your best people really aren't your best people. You're going to find better people. And I was like, my people are my best people. That is not true, because I had to stop, and my next wave of growth after my executive were really my best people. They really were. My next wave was my best wave. Thank goodness I didn't stop. Sometimes I think that we look at our team and we feel frustrated with them and we're like, they don't move fast enough. But I think in all reality, sometimes I believe, I don't think, I know it's God putting pressure on us, because if everyone was happy and it all worked out at the beginning, there would be people that were never reached out to because we would all be complacent. And so that little, stickler in your booty where you got to go talk to more people, it's on purpose. And so go talk to them. Think about who are those people you want on your team and make that list. Who are they? It's so funny because, right now, I know that I don't need to justify this, but just so that you guys hear this, we've been building my inside left leg for a long time, and we've been building Shane's outside right leg, and we're getting ready load in a ton of people from the UK down my left, and I just brought in another builder down my left. Angel's finished an executive, and Angel has 2 people going executive under her. And so, and the best financial decision that I can make for the team as a whole is to go work in this other part of my tree, and I haven't touched it for years. And I literally, the first thing I did when I sat down to look at what am I going to do with this, I didn't think who needs to lose weight. I thought, who do I know that I can pile down this leg with me that will run after this with me? Who's amazing? And I started preaching from the business side, because when I bring them in from the business side, the product users are going to follow. I'm going to get the right dynamics on my team. And so who are they? You want to make that list. 5 down your left on that chart, 5 down your right. Who would be amazing at this business if they did it? And then also think about, who do they know? Who are they going to bring in? I love it, because when I'm talking to Megan tonight, where my left side, I'm already saying to Megan, what about Jackie? Jackie's her sister. Jackie's as sharp as Megan. So I'm already saying that to Jackie and already putting that in her ear, because I don't necessarily get paid to sell shake. Has shake changed my life? Yes. Am I a shake seller? No. I'm a people developer. And the more I develop people and the more I show people how to get time freedom, the more money I make and the more money they make, and the more energy there is, and the more this world goes round, okay? So build that list of who would be amazing. Write it down. You're offering them a favor. You're not asking them for, you're offering them something. You're not asking them a favor. Now, let's talk about booking from the list you created, and let's talk about booking then from your crystal executive chart. How do you get them from, you're getting them from your mind onto that paper. How do you get them from on that paper into the computer? And I think we talk about this so many times. It still goes back to the posturing. It still goes back to your belief. I know, Paige, you put up on The Hustle, you put up a book that Katie had told you to read, 6 months to 6 figures. And I literally downloaded the book, and I'm like all but an hour done with it. And I'm like, it's feeding me. I'm like, I'm 10 foot tall and bulletproof, because I'm really ready. I'm really feeding myself. So my posturing is strong, because like that statement of, I know what I bring to the table, but I'm not afraid to eat alone. Like, your confidence has to be so strong that it's coming out of you. I mean, it has to be. And so you have to think, I'm building this. You don't have to know how you are. You don't have to know who it is. A decisive heart is going to bring the right people in. And so when you're booking this list, your posturing, your belief, what you feel like, you should be like Rocky, like his theme song, like running up the steps. You singing it? Okay, awesome. Like running up the steps with your gloves, like in the ring, like that should be you, like get ready to make those calls. Like that's, yeah, like Alyssa. She has another fight. Just like that, like Rocky. And so you're excited, so that when you get on the call, it is not a favor. Even those training calls aren't a favor. You're giving them knowledge. And so the first thing we'll do is we're going to talk about that list. And I have to be super transparent with you. I have to tell you what I do, because the good thing for you guys is I'm doing it again. Like, I'm building from scratch. And me building from scratch, it was really hard for me to make that decision to do that. But me building from scratch is the best thing that I can do, because I'm in the field again, like full time, which is awesome. And so when I remade my list, or for you guys remaking your list, definitely the training calls. Of course, we're doing that. Most of you did 5. Jamie Kahn won last week. Congratulations, Jamie, for winning the gift card. Yay, Jamie. And then we're doing 5 more this week. When you have 5 more done by Friday of this week, then we're going to draw for another gift card. And so you want to make sure you're doing that, so that you have your 10 3-way training calls in. So 5 this week. So from that list, you're going to find the nicest people, and you're going to book the training calls with them. So that should be one thing you're doing. If you're not done with those training calls, make yourself do that. And then the next thing that I would do, which I think I've never really trained this before until tonight, I sat and I thought about, okay, what am I really doing? The other thing that I do is the people that are on my list that are not really, really hot or super warm to me, I'm going in and I'm starting to go ahead and connect on their Facebook, liking and commenting, versus saying to them, hey, I'm doing nutritional cleansing. I'd love for you to talk to me, because I would rather them like one of my pictures or ask me about it. So it's an easier transition than to me just cold call them. I hope this is making sense what I'm saying. If not, we'll come back and you can ask me some questions. And so I'm taking that list of nice people I'm doing the training calls with, the people that I just kind of thought about, I don't know that well. I'm warming up to them on Facebook. I'm starting to do some social media marketing and seeing who's going to come back and maybe like or comment. But then the other thing that you can do is once you're done with those 10 training calls, then you can start looking then also who is still hot on that list that you could just ask. So for example, when I came in, I just asked my mom to listen. I just asked my sister to listen. I just asked my friend Dawn to listen. I didn't need to warm her up. We had a really strong relationship, and so I could just ask. And then the people that, then as you're posting, the people that are liking your page, they are liking pictures on your page, they should then be added to your hot list, the people that you just asked. So when you're looking at that list, you have the people you're going to practice on. You have your really hot market that you can just straight up ask because it's comfortable. You have the people that you sort of don't really know that well, that you're liking and commenting on their page. And then you have the people that have liked pictures on your page that you're going back and adding them then to the hot list. Is this making sense, guys? And so then the next thing is you want to go ahead then and you're going to begin to ask. So anybody that I want to talk to about a training call, we already know that. Can I call you? And I ask them to listen for a training call so they can hear the inflection in my voice. My hot list, the people that I'm super, super close to, that I really feel like, man, these products are really going to be beneficial for them. I want to talk to them. I'm going to say to them, hey, can I call you? I'm going to say to them, hey, John, I thought about you because, and it's sincere. Like, I think so many times we see that script, I thought about you because, I thought about you because. But if they really are your hot list, you probably have thought about them because. I thought about you because the other day when we were at the party, you were talking about how you need to lose weight. I really want to talk to you about what I have to offer. Would you be willing to take a listen? Does that kind of make sense? So you're going to do that with the hotter people. Now, most of your work and time is going to become much more reactive, as you're seeing with these Christmas challenges and how we're posting and people are liking. Amen. I love it that our team is so good at creating questions and likes on your Facebook. When that happens after you're trained, then all I do is I literally just send them a message. If we're already engaged on Facebook, I send them a Facebook message that says, I would absolutely love to talk to you about my nutritional cleansing program. Would you be interested in getting more information? So I'm going to message that. So that's really what I'm doing with that list. And we're going to dig more into this with the social media training. Now, let's talk about your business builders, because if you're on the hustle call, I feel like you're doing your training calls, you're learning how to post, people are asking you questions. And so that leaves us with your business builders. How many of you guys have business builders in the back of your mind you've not talked to? People that you think that if they did this could absolutely be amazing at it. Who has people that you're like, yeah, there probably are a couple more people I've not talked to. Okay, that is where the gold is. It's where it is. It's not comfortable, but that's what's going to take you from barely going to going full on fast. I just have to be so honest with that, because when I'm going back and I'm building, because I have to, this other thing right now, I'm calling business builders. I'm approaching business builders first. So when you're approaching them, what that approach looks like is this. Every single business builder gets a text that says, can I call you? I never, ever, 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 ever book an appointment with a business builder over a text message. Never. Because if I were being hired to be the CEO of a major nutrition company, I can promise you that I would not be asked for an interview over a text message. Would not happen. So there is no way I'm going to do that in my business, because quite honestly, in this company, you have the opportunity to make way more money than the CEO of that other nutrition company anyway. And so you've got to start treating it like what it is. Like if you want to have amazing people, you got to write them down and you got to treat them like they're the CEO of a business. And you've got to believe that you have the capacity and the audacity to build this business at that pace, and that you're bringing something amazing to them. And you do, or you would not be on this call to begin with. Okay, now, so with that being said, I will say to my business builder I'm messaging tomorrow is Shayron Martin. I barely even know her, but I follow her Facebook page. She gets 100 likes on every single thing she does. She's dynamic. Her family's around her. She looks good. I can tell she eats great food. And I'm literally going to say to her, Shayron, can I call you? There's something I really want to talk to you about. And when I message her, I believe that there's power in your words. And I literally, you guys can think I'm so full of malarkey when I say that, but when my posturing is strong, there's something that will come across, that energy will come across, and she will say, yes, I can call her. She won't say no. She's also not going to say, what do you want? Because my posturing in that message is going to be strong. I don't know. It's just how it goes. And then the next person, I'm going to say, can I call you? There's something I really want to talk to you about. Because I don't feel like if they come onto my team, I don't feel like it's a favor they're giving me. I feel like I'm giving them a favor because I know the work I'm going to put in. And so then the next thing you're going to do whenever you get them on the phone is you're not going to give them the spiel. When you get them on the phone, even if you are an executive and you're full on trained, it's not at that point, it's not time for the spiel. All you're doing is you're booking an appointment for the spiel. Because when I book the appointment, I want her to be sitting down in a quiet place. I don't want her in the carpool line. I don't want her with her kids screaming in the back. I want 20 minutes of her undivided attention. And the only way I'm going to do that is to pre-set that up. And so tomorrow when I talk to Shayron, I'm going to say, Shayron, listen, I'm building my third and final wave of my business center. And right now I am looking legitimately for 10 business builders that I'm going to leverage right in a row. I want to share this with you, what I'm doing. Will you just listen? Now, why would she say no to that? She might say no, she doesn't want to do it, but there's no way she's going to say no to that posturing. And so it's not even the words. It's the belief. Because I could read it from a paper. Shayron, I really want to talk to you because I have 10 leverage spots and it's my second wave and I'd love to get you on board. Would you listen? It's not the words. It's the posturing. It's the belief. I will talk her into listening. Now, once she hears the information, she may or may not do it. But I know through my belief and my posturing, I can get her to listen. And I know through your belief and your posturing, you can get those business builders to listen. But if you want to build with builders, and if you want to build with class A types of people, you have to bring your posturing up, because people will only follow people that are leading on a higher level than them. You can be pitiful or powerful. You can't be both. You got to be powerful. You got to choose that. And you got to think, it's me. It's me. Why would it not be you? Why could it not be you? Why couldn't you be the next six-figure income earner? Why could you not do it in 6 months? Why not? It only takes 6 months to build the 6 figures, and not because that's the title of the book, because it's the truth. If you consistently do it, I get so tired when I hear people say, well, we got to give them a break because it just takes some people longer. Well, it can take longer, but this is the deal. It takes 6 months to build the 6 figures, whether you do it in this 6 months, or you do it 6 months from now, or you do it 5 years from now. And so a lot of that is going to be determined by what are you bringing as you're getting those business builders on. Once they say they'll listen, yes, they'll listen. You want to get them on with an executive. And even if you are an executive, I would get them on with the executive over you, because that executive can sell you. You can't sell you, but that executive can sell you. And so even if you are an executive, you want to get the executive over you to get on there as a team and share that together. So that's kind of the scoop. Okay, questions? I know that was probably a lot of information. So any questions, guys, about any of that? Was it too much? You guys good? Okay, so your assignment literally is this. I want you to put up on the wall the first names of the people that you need to follow up on. Remember, we have this amazing thing going on. We have the opportunity to share where they can get free enrollment, and then we have the coupons. So I want you to write down, you don't have to write them all down. Write down, if you have 10, I want you to write down 10 or less names of those people that you need to follow up on through these challenges, because there's something about getting that up there on that wall so that we all see it and you have that accountability. All right? All right, guys. I hope it helped. Let me know if you need anything. Good night. Bye, guys.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.